Okay, I'm sorry about that, Queen Hood. I'm okay, thank you, Mohammed. I would rather find my own place that's not male-dominated. Amira, I'm not good health-wise now. I'm bleeding and everything, but inshallah I will be. Inshallah ta'ala bi'idhnillah. Allah is the protector. Yes, I've approached the council 1 billion trillion times. Dude, I'm not sure I could ever approach another council again. I've approached them so many times. I've had enough. How long have we stayed in here for? Inshallah, everything will be fine. I can go to the council, get housing, same day temporary. Well, we tried that for the last 48 hours. Despite kicking off, nothing changed. Didn't even offer anything decent. Sorry, that's just how it was. Homeless emergency housing. May Allah make it easy and hope you get better. Inshallah, Ismail. Inshallah, it will, Ismail. Inshallah, ta'ala, bi'idhnillah, everything will be good. I'm going to move out this country and make hijrah, and I'll be free from this place. It's apparently died, but we don't know yet who'd turn up. The council won't help me. No one's going to help me. I've got to leave the country. That's the solution. My sister's living at my house. I am away for work. You can stay with her. Okay, that would be nice. Inshallah, and you were rejecting. I wasn't rejecting their offers. They were offering, hello, travel lodge, travel lodge, travel lodge, travel lodge. Now, if you're going to repeatedly offer me travel lodge, which is not deemed to be safe for my own personal reasons, and the police also have agreed that I'm not safe at a travel lodge, and actually the travel lodge have also agreed this isn't working out. So if we're all in agreement that the travel lodges are going to benefit anyone, the police and the travel lodge or me, why am I being put that? It makes no sense. Or is it Tarek, and how in this is Islam's fault? Exactly. There's only all these people. As soon as they see the masjid, let me show them the Quran. They'll burn, baby, burn. Sorry about the song. Wallah, here's the Quran al-Kareems. Have a looky. You looky. Beautiful colours, look. Subhanallah. That is Quran al-Kareem. It's going to burn them. Wallah, they're going to get so angry now. Look at these beautiful. Look at them. A book on fiqh, sunnah, subhanallah. Where are you going to get this from? Look at this, the knowledge. Beautiful. Look at this collection. Look at it. Wouldn't you want that collection in your home? Doesn't that make you want to take your shahada? Right, who's coming on live and taking the shahada? Right, time to convert now. Come on the live and take your shahada. Look at this, beautiful. Look at the colours on this. Wow, subhanallah. I love it. Look at them. Just look. Look at the beauty of the knowledge of it. Deen al-Islamiyya. You know? Alhamdulillah, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Deen al-Islamiyya. Look at that. This is what you call, brothers and sisters, the Siratul Mustaqim. This path, the straight path. That's what it means, Siratul Mustaqim. Follow the straight path and everything will be fine. Those asking me, how do you cope? Your mental health mustn't be good. This is how I cope. Look. Look at the books here, subhanAllah. Look at these holy here, subhanAllah. Look at these holy scriptures. This is how I scriptures. This is how I cope, but I've not ended up in a mental institute despite being violated, drugged, and slandered. This is the reason. 5 times a day, salah. In between, Quran al-Kareem, morning adkar, evening adkar, dua, and most of all, ruqya on oneself. Cleanse and heal. This, brothers and sisters, doesn't matter where you're from, Muslim, atheist, agnostic, this is what you need. This is the cure for everything. This is the dawah, the medicine. You open a Quran every day, it will solve absolutely everything, subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's the healer of everything. The healers, the medicine, the perfection, it's perfect. The true word of God is in here. The haqq, you know? What more could you ask for? And there we have it. You know, the Sirat al-Mustaqim, Deen al-Islamiyya. So anyone ready for Shahada now? Do let us know. If you want to change the errors of your ways and you're sick to death of abusing others and criticizing others and lovers of money, lovers of pleasure, the Jehovah's Witnesses used to say, then highly recommend come on live and take your Shahada. No time like the present. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for this? Because when you're waiting for that, it may well be too late. So that's the dawah for tonight. More dawah to follow tomorrow night, depending on where I actually am staying. Sorry. I know, I'm not much of a dawah giver really, but given the kind of abuse we've been dealing with on these lives, I felt like I actually felt it was absolutely necessary to give that little bit of dawah. But anyway, where were we? I've just you don't have to be qualified. You're clearly not a Muslim. Lita, yeah, go on, be the mod. Sorry about that. Add moderator. Okay. Listen, Islam is not... I'm scared. Well, I'm scared. I keep hearing things. I'm scared. And somebody... Can someone come to the masjid and drop me some food and chocolate biscuits? Because no one else is in the masjid besides me. Oh, okay, R1. Sorry about that. Yes, very true, Ismail. Yeah, it's just I heard a noise. Wallah, I'm getting scared and jumpy. Yes. Brother Ismail, I'm going to follow you. SubhanAllah. Just respect the sister left Islam. It's not a big deal. Why are you scared? Wallah, do you know something, brothers and sisters? I have a really good idea. Wallah Lazim, I have a really good idea. Just wait there 1 minute. Will you 1 second? Do you know something? Yeah, got a better idea. As the Kurdish would say, yaktaka, yaktaka. Yeah, I'm coming in this room. Do you know why? I think it's the safest option. Subhanallah. Yeah, what I'm doing, brothers and sisters. Yeah, I'm coming in here because that has a passcode on it. And this, yeah, it's the safest bet really. I'm definitely in a safe zone now. Alhamdulillah. I've moved rooms. Because think about it. That has a pass key on it, outside on the door, so nobody can get in. That has a lock on it. Unless somebody's got a key, they can't get in. And if I need to run, I can run. And this is a smaller area, as you can see, than the larger area out there. It makes more sense and safer to sleep in here because, say, hypothetically, there's that entrance to the mosque, isn't there, over there? So I'm better off sleeping here because, think about it, it's a smaller area. That door can't be accessed unless you've got a key code. That's the exit for me. So no one's looking for me. I'm just saying to keep safe. Duh. Anyhow, I'm back now. So, safer. Just trying to be strategic here, for God's sake. Fine. Safer. Yeah, I've got water. Alhamdulillah. Sorry, I'm very out of breath. I'm very hungry. Wallah, this is what I've got as my pillow for the night. That's my pillow. And that's my blanket. Just like a little throw. Desperate times, wallah. Things are not great. May Allah protect us. SubhanAllah. I feel safe in here now. I really do. I'm gonna lie downsies. Lie downsies. Ow. Ow. Not cut out for floor sleeping. I have to figure it out though. Yeah, it's more of a smaller environment to sleep in. Okay. Because I have nowhere to go, that's why. Okay, fine. I'm safer here anyway. It's not an... Okay. I'm in the ladies' side, brothers and sisters, but I'm in a smaller ladies' side. What do you mean, Optimus Lime 29? Can you explain, please? Ameen, ya Rab, brothers and sisters. Yeah, people come and pray Fajr, but no sisters come here for Fajr. This is a quiet area. You'll never see this section because this section is for sisters only. Having a fake sisters account will not mean you'll get to see this section if you're a man. Allah, what's wrong with people? Thank you, everyone. Yes, Sumi, I'd love to meet up on Thursday, inshallah. That'd be very nice. Why, Cass? So you can report it. I never said I'm too overqualified to work. I said that a careers advisor was going to help me do my CV because the CV that I currently have comes across like I'm overly qualified, and that's what she suggested. She said she's overqualified to work. I never said that. Stop lying. Yes, Manrath, I do need a rest. Who is she, G? Dude. I have water. No, Sumi's a woman. I've spoken to Sumi. It's a girl. Yeah, I can't talk about the ongoing investigation. The police said if you do, you're jeopardising it and we won't be able to help you. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Oh my God, she's asking for money. No, I'm not asking for money. I'm not a photographer. I'm a photojournalist. I have refused some very, very important photography gigs because I've categorically said I'm not a wedding photographer. I'm not a fashion photographer. And they offered me, large sums of money. And I said nope, because that has not of any interest to me. I'm not money motivated. I only pick up the camera for a story that interests me, not for money. How did you get trafficked? R1, I'm genuinely sorry. I don't know how that happened and I'm not sure how to unblock you. I don't know how to do it. I'm so sorry. Seema Hussain, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Asta pays quite well. I said I briefly did cybersecurity and journalism. How are you homeless? If you're, let us know. A lot of sisters would like to help you. I'm actually, I've been to the council. I've been trying to get some help. It's been impossible. I can refer you to Ask the Sis. You know something, in my younger years, I always wanted to work on a checkout. And when I swear I applied for so many retail jobs, I never got a job in retail. Ever. I wanted to work at H&M's, rejected. But always got a job in an office, but never in retail. Okay. Right, get us nice scholar out of here. And maybe this time is now. What happened to your other account? It's cold at Sis, aren't you? Cold, I'm frozen, wallah. In East London, there's a charity for homeless people who will give you a job. Okay, let's get one thing very clear here now. This is getting completely out of hand, okay? Let's make this very clear. You sound very articulate and intelligent, inshallah. You'll get the help you need to see. Thank you so much, Amira. There's some disgusting people on here. Disgusting people on here. Sumi, sorry, yes. Yes, of course. Sorry, 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 yes, of course. Of local councils. Okay, it's classed as local government. Yes? Shall we? Anyone interested? Yes? No? This is going to be very good, Kes, thank you. This is very factual, not opinion-based. The articles I write are usually very factual, although I have written opinion pieces in the past, like the article I wrote for GQ. But anyway, my point is, local government, like the councils, they have a set amount of properties allocated to them for them to give out on temporary accommodation basis, okay? Now, a lot of their contracts are usually hotels. Now, the easiest contracts that most councils in the south of England, such as London boroughs, they have contracts with the likes of the Premier Inn, the Travelodge, occasionally the Holiday Inn, right? Okay, fine. Just to keep that thought for a second. Then you have other councils such as Hackney, Islington, that do offer bed and breakfast and hostels. Now, those bed and breakfasts are usually privately run by some man or a couple that usually rent out each room to the local authority for people who are families or drug addicts or God only knows what. So there's that type of accommodation. Now, those types of accommodation are considered long-term temporary. So somebody might be in that accommodation from anything from 3 months all the way to 2 years before they're rehoused on the permanent side. Hotels, however, on a temporary accommodation basis, are usually around a week, maximum 2 weeks, because of course the council don't want to pay those sorts of tariffs to have people stay in hotels at £120 a night, although at times they may have families that are refugees that are 4 people in a family that stay in a room in the Hilton in Kensington, for example, for about 2 months in a tiny room with a cot. So B&Bs are a lot cheaper, but again, not massively different in price if you look at it. But then you have temporary accommodation, which are like studio flats, which the council have. Now, they could be cross-borough. They might not necessarily be within the borough that you're actually applying for housing in. It could be somewhere like Birmingham. It could be somewhere like Milton Keynes, Luton. The rents are a lot cheaper. It's beneficial for the council, because in London you're paying up to £350 for a studio flat. Now, somewhere like Milton Keynes, you'll pay £160 a week. So you've got to consider, on an immediate sort of basis where you need emergency accommodation, all they have for you is the Premier Inn and the Travel Lodge. Now, me being a victim of trafficking, which I am, I have been repeatedly sexually molested and abused at travel lodges and certain Premier Inns, which now is a no-go area for me. So much so, a group of lawyers that work in West London in Hammersmith and Fulham decided to take one of the local authorities that I was working with to court and summon them. And actually their barrister came on board and said, we are actually taking you to court on the Monday because you are placing this woman in a hotel. She is clearly at risk. It isn't working out. She's getting raped and drugged repeatedly. You now need to go back to the drawing board and offer something else. And which at that point, they offered me something. They gave me a property in Kent. Now, that property in Kent is where I was repeatedly drugged and raped by my perpetrators. And I was, dealing with a lot of racism and Islamophobia, so much so that the scumbags in that area set, our building on fire. So that's that. So going back to the original conversation about the types of properties council can offer you, that is the type of property the councils can offer you. Immediately, hotels, B&Bs, hotels, Travel Lodge, Premier Inn, bear that in mind. Studio flats are very hard to come by. One-bedroom flats are hard to come by. Supported living would be very hard to come by. There's so much red tape. And the council will use the word housing crisis, and I don't believe there is a housing crisis at all. None whatsoever. Let's look at what are the Holiday Inns over in Heathrow Airport, close to Heathrow. There's 2 Holiday Inns. One that's open to the general public, and another Holiday Inn that's been taken over by, contracted by the Home Office for migrants and refugees. The entire Holiday Inn is just for migrants only. Completely. I don't deny there isn't a housing crisis. I don't deny that for 1 second. However, the council need to stop using the term housing crisis to pawn off their responsibilities and not do the actual work they're supposed to be doing, like prioritising housing for those that are vulnerable, like women in my situation. What we also need to talk about women in my situation, that there's a huge shortage of safe houses, because ideally, as a victim of trafficking, I should have been in a women's refuge. I'll come back to the women's refuge referrals in a second. I should actually be in a safe house. Having spoken to the Modern Slavery Helpline, who specifically deal with modern slavery, the Act of 2015, and help those who have fallen under modern slavery, there is a shortage of safe houses. There is very little accommodation for women that have been sexually exploited and human trafficked. That's also an issue. Let's go to women's refuges now for a second, shall we? Every single day, a women's refuge will receive 6 to 7 referrals for 1 bed space. 1 bed space alone. So that'll be a woman from Derby that's fleeing with 2 children. That might be a woman from Birmingham that's 7 months pregnant. That might be a woman who was nearly killed by her husband, who is possibly from Newcastle. Or a woman from Scotland that needs to be closer to family in Shropshire. 7 to 8 referrals for 1 bed space. And I might be referral number 8. You need to understand there is a shortage, a huge shortage in women's refuges. Safe houses is a completely different ballgame. There's just very few safe houses across the country. But those that have fallen under modern slavery 2015, that goes to the SCA, Single Competent Authority. Salvation Army was given the contract. Then you've got 2 contractors like the Medaya Trust and the UK that provide the safe house. That's the NRM. That's the National Referral Mechanism. That's a completely different ballgame again. But the point I'm trying to make by giving you the information I have done is that local authorities, such as the local council, are failing women in my situation and girls miserably. And I will not be the first woman that has been promised X, Y, and Z from the council and they haven't delivered. Like tonight, I should be in safe temporary accommodation provided by the council that I approached with the necessary documentation. However, they failed me miserably. I won't be the first, nor will I be the last. And that's the harsh reality. So if you're going to come to me and say to me and start commenting, well, they should be doing this, they should be. I know that, you know that, but are they actually doing what they're supposed to be doing? The answer is no. And that's why we need a reform, we need change, and violence against women and girls needs to be taken seriously at every level, from housing to reporting to the police to everything. Every aspect of it needs to be taken seriously. I mean, I can go on and on, but anyway, let's go back to the comments. Sorry, PhD mode over. So where were we? Okay. Allahumma barik, thank you. Sasha, okay, so you've asked a few times, I'll mod you. Why has it gone dark? Okay, you want some light on the subject? You can have a bit of light on the subject. Go on there. Because I'm tired of holding the phone, Habibi. Please keep us updated on what happens in the mosque tonight. What do you mean by that, Sai? Sammy, thank you for the heart. Sister, are you okay and safe? I will be, inshallah. Mashallah, very intelligent. You should work for the council yourself. Wallah, funny. I'll be completely honest with you. In my younger days, I worked for DWP and I worked for the NHS. I used to process income support claims, and the amount of abuse I was given just by processing a claim, I was sworn at on a daily basis by just saying to someone, you've missed this out on your form. I would say things like, you didn't add your national insurance number. They'd say, don't you effing call me. And I'd be in tears. I mean, I don't like that sort of, I'm not into local government work, not really me. But anyway, well, that is so funny, you should work for the council. Okay, where were we? Yes, I'm safe. Sumi, thank you. Is there anything we can do? Just keep me in your du'as, please, and keep spreading my posts. That will help, inshallah. She became the end of this day after exposing Robinson. Oh, gosh. That's the name of his book. You should be in safe accommodation. That's such a shame. We need change ASAP. Yes, absolutely. But as I said earlier, I won't be the first, nor will I be the last. It's happening across the board. I'm not going to take it personally. And unfortunately, because I'm articulate and intelligent, it works against me. I should be in victim mode, but I'm always in work mode. It's disgusting that they've not done anything, especially as you have children too. Hayati, what you'd be surprised to realise that there have been women who have been stood by the roadside with 2 toddlers under 2 years old, with absolutely no place to go, failed miserably by local government. Can you mod me? Some people have no heart. Subhanallah. It's true. In Yorkshire, lady's life was taken when she was fleeing domestic abuse. They need more support. Absolutely. Mental health team can help you with housing. Well, Lara, we can't start milking the system and creating lies and things that are not there for the sake of housing. We've got to be ethical at all times, haven't we? I can't start using the system and lying just for housing. Thank you, but no thank you. God. Would you like to share some of the things that you were called and what sort of things were being said? I'd be interested to know. I can only just imagine. Can't you private rent? I will once I get some money together, inshallah. Sisters, how do I mute as a moderator? I haven't done this before. This one person is very rude. Can somebody help her? Because I haven't got it clear. I mean, I've just figured out how to make somebody a moderator. Really, I don't know. Sorry for you. How do you find it? Right, can you get rid of this? How do they get into the room? How do you think? May Allah keep you safe and make it easy for you. Ameen, summa ameen. Thank you so much. Should give you options. Yeah, that's probably the only way, I think. Do you know what it is? Because I said I was a photojournalist. People want to find me online, and one of the biggest, like PhD mode again. Sorry. One of the biggest challenges, when I say PhD mode, it's a friend of mine who used to say to me all the time on social media, oh, she's going to start on her PhD mode again. So I always say that. Sorry, as a joke. Right, okay. Hello, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hope you're well, inshallah ta'ala, bi'idhnillah. Yeah, what I was trying to say to you earlier, it doesn't matter what a woman's profession is. We're still going to be on the receiving end of abuse. Whether you are someone who's an MP, a police officer, a doctor, a dentist, or a female teacher, it does not matter. And what someone's done in their career makes absolutely no difference to the man who's abusing her. When a man is abusing a woman physically, whether that's through sexual violence or domestic abuse, he's not going to say, hang on, that woman is a doctor. Because she's a doctor, I'm not going to abuse her. Your career and your profession does not come into it. As a working photojournalist, which is often seen as a journalist, which I don't see myself as a journalist. No, I'm using the charger actually, it's only 1 point, that's why. As a photojournalist, it doesn't matter what I've achieved, what I haven't achieved in my life. What does matter is that men, that are given any opportunity, will still abuse me as much as they'd abuse a woman of any other profession. Your profession doesn't come into it. And we need to stop using that as a society, gaslighting women, thinking because she's a professional, she's a doctor or an MP, she's not going to be abused. That mentality is very 1940s gay logic. It needs to go. It's Victorian logic. And if you're a woman that shares that same sentiment, then you are part of that cycle of never-ending perpetuating abuse towards women and girls. So please educate yourself. And so it doesn't matter that I've got articles online, that I've achieved X, Y, and Z, that I've written books. It makes no difference. The men abusing me will not stop abusing me because I have a book, because I've written an article, because I've achieved a few things. Are they going to say, hang on, she's actually achieved something, we're not going to abuse her? Let's stop raping this woman because her book's in Waterstones. No, that doesn't... Men are not bothered about women's achievements at all. When a man chooses a woman to marry, he doesn't care what she's earning. He's not particularly bothered what she's achieved, apparently, how much money she's earning. Unless he's the type that sponges off his wife. Of course, there are those men, of course, goes without saying. But generally, as a rule, no. When a man chooses a woman to abuse and rape and violate repeatedly, her profession does not come into it. Because ultimately, abuse is about power and control. Her looks won't even come into it. It could be a woman who's 70 or a young girl who's 16. It does not matter. We need to truly understand that as a society so we can then truly address and tackle that very abuse that we're experiencing. Unless we don't tackle it, if we're going to continue with the Victorian logic, which seems to be incredibly prevalent from young and old, we're not going to be able to tackle this, okay? We've got to work collectively. Anyway, that's enough of that. I'm okay, thank you. Probably the police. I am vulnerable, sadly. Why did they suddenly start abusing you? Where did it start? It doesn't matter when, really, does it? Why? I mean, only they can answer that question. I'm not going to answer the question for my abusers as to why they were abusing me. I can only speculate at this point. I'm not going to be able to answer the question, am I? Okay, so there we are. I DM'd you, sister. Please check for your safety. Thank you so much. I do family law. I'd love to get into international criminal law. Oh, wow. Studying. Okay, so what's your thoughts? Needs to have Oh, come on, Mohammed Khalil. You can't even spell. And you're going to be able to figure out who needs what. Get a grip. When people like Mohammed Khalil are on the payroll, will do anything for recognition. Sue me, take care. I have work, good luck. Sue me, I still think you work for the Home Office, you know, and the counter-terrorism department. I'm convinced. Sorry, I just said Home Office right at the start, but it doesn't matter if you do or you don't. Sue me, I would have thought the way you're questioning was counter-terrorism in Home Office. I have worked with... Look, I was doing my master's degree at King's in countering terrorism, and I came across some of you Home Office guys who are really, really eager to please. It's the line of questioning. I don't know, I could be wrong. Good night, Sumi. Salam alaikum, sister. I could definitely be wrong. I don't know. Allahu alam. Well, you know, it's civil service. Girl, Kings too. Yeah, honey. I'm all about Kings. Well, you know, it's civil service. Defo. You know, that civil service word is such a broad area. Harvard Master. Oh, can we stop this now? IMHS 333. Can we stop it? It's really getting ridiculous. Stop pointing out things I've done. It's not really... It's distasteful. You're very giggly, sis, for someone who's got... Oh, gosh. Someone who's gone through the struggle, so I'm supposed to be crying here now, am I? Should I be rocking on a chair with 50 medications? Please, spare me. Okay. I knew the sister was admiring me, but I don't like her pointing out my sort of achievements in public. It's embarrassing. As long as it doesn't go foundation, I still crack up with terror. See me? I was taking a stance to help that brother. It was so much about standing your ground to help somebody. They were just like, okay, we will help him. I said, what a disgusting attitude. That is it. I put the phone down, slammed the phone down. It ended up in a terrible exchange on Twitter. But in the end, we made up. They said, we have helped him now, sister. I said, good. That was crazy. Try and get some sleep. Yeah, thank you so much, but I'm going to struggle to sleep, I'm afraid. No, not that I think she shouldn't laugh, but I find it commendable. Okay, thank you so much. I'm giggling because, you know, I'm just sick of being abused and violated. I'm going to have to laugh about other happy things, inshallah. Yeah, I'm still at the mosque. Women who have these things happen multiple times, you become numb to it. Sammy, that is very true, but I haven't become numb to it. Each time is just as bad for me. I don't become numb to abuse. I can never become numb to it. It's horrible. I'm very hungry, wallah. Last I saw, I thought she was going to leave because of people winding her up. No. I don't want any food ordered for me, thank you anyway, because people think I'm asking for stuff and I don't want it. Yes, Samir, I'm at the mosque. Sumi, good night. Don't be too crazy. I'll try not to. Allah, Sumi. This life always goes AWOL, doesn't it? My lives are not normal. Good night. Speak to you soon, inshallah. Take care, sister. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Is the abuse happening every day? Oh, God. Amir, such a killjoy. Wallah, that is funny. I know you're not asking, but I'm offering. I'm okay. Thank you for asking, sister. I think it's too late to eat at this time anyway. Her ordering your food is gaining reward by accepting her offer. You'll be doing her a favour. No, jazakallah khair. Thank you so much. Why did you block me the other day when I asked if you was P? Well, I am so sick of people coming back and taking the blocking personally. You know, it's simply a basic rule. Behave and control your behaviour. That is all we ask. Guys, let's not get too personal. And stop posting my personal information and names and details here. You're putting me at risk. I'm a victim of abuse and trafficking. Just think before you start posting my personal details. I could get really abused. It's not nice that you come onto my live, ask questions, and you're posting my personal details. You could get me sexually trafficked even more. So be mindful of that. It's awful. Can you speak about how you know Cantonese? I don't know Cantonese. I was learning Cantonese because apparently it's easier than Mandarin, so I figured I'd do that. I was just learning online, £2 an hour. Okay, Sasha, tell us some of the words. I don't know. I only know one word. Oh, okay. I know. Si, buketi. Ni hao ma. No, actually, that's Mandarin. Sorry. Ni hao ma. I can't even say it. I was actually doing quite well with the Chinese alphabet, Mandarin alphabet. And then, because they have like don't they? Sorry. Very difficult language. I did find Russian Farsi. Are you Bengali? No, I'm not Bengali. But I do know something in Bengali. Amita bolo balabashi. Whatever that means. Wallah. Amita bolo balabashi. Are you near East London mosques? Never again. I can try to drop a watermelon. Gosh, no, wallah, sister. I'm closer towards central London. I'm too far from you. Thank you anyway. Gosh, I would love a watermelon. What's your battery percentage at now, sis? I think around 20%. Inshallah, Kaz. Good night. Assalamu alaikum. How many viewers have I actually got? I don't know. Wallah. Have I got a lot of viewers? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I don't know where to see what the views are. Reza, 100 viewers. Wow, 98, mashallah. Oh, okay. Top right corner. Okay, thank you so much, Ismail. How are you, brother? How's everything with you? Good night, sis. I'll make dua for you. It's nearly Fajr time. Okay, Jazakallah khair. Inshallah, from tomorrow I'll start to be able to pray when this bleeding stops, I hope. I don't like not praying salah. You know, imagine that, the irony. You're in a masjid, you're bleeding, you're sleeping in a masjid, yet you can't pray your salah. You know what they say, you can't have it all. It's shocking. I'm going to have to put this phone down because it's actually hurting my hands to hold it. And my battery hasn't charged much, but I don't care. I feel very charged at all. I wonder if there's another plug socket in here. Oh, there isn't. Okay, what are your thoughts on mental health awareness? I don't know. Okay, I have worked directly for Mind, the mental health charity. So I was there in my early photography days. I was a photographer for them, for some of their events. I don't know, that's a story for another day. Completely different year, I've got mixed reviews. You're very smart. Why is she in the masjid? In my early photography days, things were fun back then, you know, there was no rules. Easy, you know, everything was easier. Things have changed. Things are changing. Anyway, I'm going to put my phone on charge. I'm not going to be near the phone because that's going to be impossible. Oh, I feel disorientated. They're really contaminating my food as well. I'm going to go in this room for a moment. I'm scared of being in this room. I don't know why. Something about that room is quite eerie. Oh, lovely. Okay. Yeah, it's Fajr soon, so the brothers will come 2 till 4. And 1 second. Okay, I'm going to go in, these. Right. Well, I'll just wait 1 second. I'm going in this room. There's something about this room. Well, light scares me. I don't know why. Dream Talk Shop. أهلا وسهلا متشرفين. الشرف. Welcome. أهلا بكي. Okay. Perdona un momento. Un moment. Okay, what was I going to say to you? It's fine. His brother's going to come in now. You should go tomorrow and apply for a council job. No, I'm not really up for housing. Look. Yeah, okay, again, PhD mind. When it comes to the Homeless Act and homelessness, and we're going to look into great detail of the Housing Act, I find it incredibly boring. It's not really my remit. So no, it's not really my thing. Did the person you mentioned was using a device reach out to you? What do you mean, Dream Top Shop? Person behind the tech. There is a plug socket in this room. Yeah, it's here. Read title, Chrissy, don't worry. Okay, inshallah, I can help you find some wedding season. I'm not a wedding photographer. Let me tell you something. Let me share something with you. Terrible choice of words. Let me tell you something. I was offered, I remember a few years back, a doctor was getting married to a local councillor, and he was quite an important doctor. What was he in? I can't remember what field he was in. Gosh, what was it? Pediatrics? No, I can't remember. Top of my head, I'd be guessing now. And they offered me thousands of pounds to photograph their wedding. And I declined. On the grounds of it just wouldn't excite me. And I didn't obviously relay that back to them at the time, because that's not really, a mature or professional approach. I just said, I'm sorry, I'm occupied that weekend, and I wouldn't be able to just do your wedding much justice, because I'd be rushing, and